Hi there, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Danish idea of hygge. Stay tuned.
Come along as my Danish husband and our 2 kids show this American what it means to live a life in Denmark. My new Danish life.
Hi there, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Kelly, and I'm an American who lives in Denmark. But not just any American who lives in Denmark, I actually am married to a Danish guy. So I've got the inside scoop of what life is really like in Denmark for Danes, not just foreigners like myself. And I learn a little bit about Danish life through my Danish connections. So I'm here to share with you what I have learned. Before we get started with today's topic, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. I would really love to have you as a subscriber. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for clicking that red button. I do appreciate you. So today we're going to talk about hygge, and hygge is very Scandinavian. It's something that you tend to not know anything about until you've lived here a while, and then you start to find different ways of experiencing hygge. This is a feeling. This is not a thing, but it's very much a feeling that is kind of a part of what it means to be Danish, or what it means to be Scandinavian, because you see it in a lot of Scandinavian countries. And it's really something that it's hard to explain sometimes to people who haven't lived in Denmark or any of the other Scandinavian countries. So hygge, first, is a feeling. It's a feeling of coziness. It can be a feeling of togetherness. It's just that, relaxing, happy feeling that you get maybe when you're alone or when you're with other people. So it's kind of like saying, oh, we had a really nice and relaxing weekend. That can be hygge. You could say, oh, we spent some time with our really good friends. That can be hygge. It can be the whole, yeah, my husband took the kids for a walk and I had 20 minutes to myself. That most definitely can be hygge. There are a lot of people who show their version of hygge, and other people might say, oh, that's just not hygge at all, because we are all in different places in life, right? Let's get real. One thing that I think is really kind of funny with hygge is how it's marketed, right? So if you're looking at, I don't know, some sort of Scandinavian home design or decor type of magazine, you'll see that they have a very white room with very few things. Maybe a chair, maybe a picture on the wall, maybe one shelf, and there's like one thing on that one shelf. That's very Scandinavian, right? That's how a lot of modern homes are decorated in Denmark. Very minimalistic. That is most definitely not how I decorate my house. I like to have things around me. Not too many. I'm not a hoarder. But to me, that's hyggelig, right? It's hyggelig. It's a nice cozy feeling to have my nice big chair and to have my nice big blanket. You know what I mean? I like those things. Might not be everybody's cup of tea, but that's what I like to drink. I look at these magazines, they'll say something about hygge in their title, and it will be a person sitting there in this sterilized room, in my opinion, drinking a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, or I don't know what's in their mug, but it's a warm drink, and they're reading a book with like this blanket sprawled around them that is made out of like some sort of fake animal skin, like rabbit fur. And yeah, I don't know, maybe it's the fact that I am a mother that I know that that's just never gonna happen. Me having this moment during sunlight hours or during the day when I can take a break and read a book, and yeah, that doesn't happen very often. And I know for some people, they think that what these marketers are selling you on hygge is the real hygge, but a lot of Danes will say that's not quite the case. And I don't really feel that that's the case either. But I'm not judging anybody. If you like that Scandinavian design magazine hygge, you go right ahead. And for people who don't live in Denmark or other Scandinavian countries, that's kind of all they see about it, if they learn about it at all. Because if you ask most people who don't live in a Scandinavian country, they've never heard of hygge before, and they don't even know what it is. But really, Danes like to have this work-life balance. They like to slow down. They like to relax. They like to have their times when they do something that's quiet or a little bit slower. That's very much a part of a Danish lifestyle. So if you're trying to sell this idea to an American, being an American and being somebody who likes to go, 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 it's very difficult to slow yourself down. And I wouldn't say that one thing is better than the other, because that's just wrong to judge people like that. I mean, I like being, getting things done. I mean, to me, it's like, oh, I've got 30 minutes. I want to get 10 things done. It makes me feel good to be productive. But you know what? One thing that was really good with the coronavirus is the fact that I had to stay home a lot. And we couldn't go as many places or do as many things. It really helped me slow myself down. And I really felt that after living in Denmark for 4 years, I was getting a higher appreciation for what Hygge was, because I was able to really slow myself down. My husband is Danish. He has no problem with slowing himself down. He has no problem with Hygge. He's good with lighting his candles at night, especially in the wintertime when it is dark out, or about having the fire on and relaxing in the chair. I have really been watching him a lot lately during this past winter, during lockdowns and everything. And it really gives you an idea of, man, I had an idea of what Hygge was, but this guy takes it to a completely different level. And I'm trying to work on getting to that level. Not so easy though. But really with Hygge, it can mean so many things. I mean, I love sitting in front of our fireplace. We have like a stove, right? Not like a typical fireplace. And I love sitting in front of that with the music on, and maybe I'm drinking something warm because chances are it's cold out. That's why we got the fire going in the first place. And it's just so nice to just kind of sit there with the fire and the warmth, and then the warmth of your drink. And it's just, that to me is cozy. And then maybe you have like a blanket. For me, it's not going to be like some fake animal skin though. It's just going to be pure old cotton. And then you have the music playing, and to me that's relaxing. I mean, my house is always pretty loud with having 2 really wild and crazy boys, so I'm never really going to be able to concentrate on a book. Man, wouldn't that be something? But Hygge can also be a relaxing weekend of playing Legos with my kid in the Lego room. We have like a Lego room. We have a room that we call the Lego room because that's our playroom. That's the place where we play, where we lie. To me, that's relaxing. I love Sundays where we manage to go and sit and play Legos, and we have the music on, and we take our time with making meals, and maybe we go for a walk in the forest. I mean, that is like a Hygge day for me. Everything is slow, nothing is rushed, and people are happy, It would be great if my kids aren't fighting and trying to tear each other apart. For other people, Hygge can mean different things. And I think it all depends on their situations, right? Not everybody has kids. Not everybody, has different things going on in their lives that I do. And they all have their own views. But really, Hygge is your downtime. I mean, it can be having your best friends over for dinner and drinks and sitting around the table and talking. One thing that Danes really love to do is sit at the table for a very long time. They think that is Hygge, right? And for people, maybe like Americans, like myself, we're not used to that. We're used to, okay, go here, eat, go do this, okay, do that. And there's kind of, a checklist of things that you have to do. But in Denmark, it's very much a sit down, eat something, drink something, and you're doing that for hours, and you are going slowly, and you're enjoying the food, and you're enjoying your drinks, and you're enjoying your company. And it's really a nice kind of thing. It takes some getting used to, but really, if you are letting your life be filled with more Hygge, I think that you'd be a little bit more happier. Things where I have asked other people, what is Hygge to you? And here's what they said. Candle lighting anytime you want to relax. It's always good to have candles going or a fire going. Another is drinking. I wouldn't say that Danes are big drinkers, but maybe they would. I've actually had more alcohol since I moved to Denmark than I did in the United States. I don't know why that is. Maybe again, because I live in a small town, because things are slower, I'm not going so many places that I don't have to worry about like drinking and then having to drive. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But it's so funny that people are relaxing a little bit more with alcohol. But that's not always the case. But how else can you have hygge? Well, hygge can also be, spending some time in nature, going for long walks. They can be out walking your dog. I don't have any pets, but I can assume that that would be hygge, spending time with your pet. It can be that you're going on a bike ride with your kids. Anything that's got some low stress, that's got some, relaxation built into it, something where you're enjoying yourself. I mean, to me, I wouldn't say like, oh yeah, we went windsurfing. That was really hygge. Nah, it's not really just the things that you do in your free time, but it's the things that you do in your free time to kind of slow down. You're not putting the time pressure on yourself. You're not putting, a lot of external pressures on yourself, and you're really focusing on the present, and you're focusing on, the people around you if you choose to have hygge with other people. But there are plenty of people who decide to get that book and sit and relax. Again, that sounds really nice. Not this mom's version of hygge. If I'm alone, yeah, it's not for very long. Sometimes I feel weird telling people things like this about Denmark, because there are millions of people, obviously, who live in Denmark. These are not secrets. These are not things that I'm educating Danish people about, obviously. But you wouldn't believe how many of these things that I did not know, even dating and then marrying a Danish guy, and then visiting Denmark. In that course of that time, I didn't even know these things existed until I started living here. So it's a big difference. So coming here as a tourist or as a guest and my boyfriend, husband, whatever you want to call him, in his family, it's so different. But yet, Denmark is a small country, and Scandinavia, in reality, if we compare the population with the rest of the world, there aren't that many people, right? I mean, there are more people who live in the country that I came from, and I bet you there's tons of those people who have no idea what hygge is. But I really think that they could benefit from a little bit slower lifestyle with this hygge. Not to say that everything in Denmark is slower. I mean, I live in a small town, so everything is slower here. But I really like that. And I think that that really helps me experience a lot. Not just the fact that I'm married to a Danish guy and I have 2 children who are pretty much Danish, right? And I have this Danish family here from my husband's side. And I've learned the language, and I live in an area where everything is very traditional Danish. And I feel like it's a really good learning experience for me, but it's also a great influence on me because it's really helped slow me down. I still have got a long way to go. Believe me, I am not perfect in the slow down category whatsoever. I still want to get a million things done in like 5 minutes. I'm starting to appreciate more of these moments of calm. That's kind of starting to balance me out a little bit, and I think that's really making a lot of difference. So that's why I really think it's important and why people need to have hygge in their lives, because it's not so important that you are a member of this rat race, go, go, go all the time. It's also really important to take a step back, focus on what's around you, be present in the moment, and really just kind of enjoy what it is that you have. Enjoy these relationships with the people you're closest with. Enjoy this relationship that you have with yourself and this time that you're giving to yourself. And I think that it's really an important thing. If you want to see examples of my hygge life, then don't forget to follow me on my social media channels, my Facebook and Instagram especially, because I post pictures whenever we're doing different family things. My channel is very much about being a different version of a Danish family, the little bit of American influence in there, and me learning more about what it means to be a Danish family. So I really hope that you come over onto my social media and check me out there. Thanks for coming along on this video. Let me know how you experience hygge if you're someone who is a trained veteran in this topic. Write it down in the comments below. I would love to know more about you. And if you're someone who's never heard of hygge before, let me know where you live. I'm really curious to know about people from other countries who are starting to learn about the idea of hygge today in my video. Thanks for being here. I hope you have a fantastic day and you have a little bit of hygge in it. And I'll see you again very soon. Take care.